Welcome to the Vigorous Q&A. I'm Coach Steve, here to answer all your bodybuilding related questions. Today's question is from Dennis Gary King. Hey Steve, thank you very much for the content on YouTube. Very appreciated. Very appreciated too. Here's my bicep to show some love right back at you. I have a question. When running tren, the only side I see is very bad cystic acne on my scalp. Nowhere else, other than that, I feel great. I always use AI, so that's aromatase inhibitor, as well as cabergoline. Thoughts? All right, so I have a little bit of acne on my scalp. Well, if you give you guys a close-up, I think I saw one here. I just trimmed it. I think I saw one here. Do you see these grooves?
Furosemide.
Huh? That's all the growth hormone that I've been abusing. Moderately cynical, or am I? All right, so I got some acne here and on my scalp, and cystic acne can be caused by many things. It might be caused by bacteria, yeah? So if you have bacterial problems, you might want to use a topical antibacterial, antimicrobial cream. Yeah, it could be with clindamycin, for example. So you rub that all on your scalp. You might have to trim your head first, or trim your hair first, not your head. You might want to trim your hair first so it can actually get into, the scalp, because, if you have a lot of hair, it's going to be difficult getting it, right on the scalp. You'll have to separate everything, do a line of cream there, and separate it there, do a line. You'll be busy for hours, or you're going to be rubbing all the cream in your hair and not on the scalp. Recommendation first, yeah? Remove the hair, put the antimicrobial cream on your scalp. Hopefully that will clear up some of the problems. I think, which one was it? Ketoconus cream, that they generally use for anti-hair loss. I think that has some antimicrobial properties as well. Not really sure. I'm not really a hair loss expert. I mean, look at all the hair that I have, even though I trimmed it below 1 millimeter. I mean, I don't experience that much hair loss. Back to the acne. Acne, again, if it's related to bacteria, a clindamycin cream might be able to help. Doxycycline at 100 milligrams in the morning and 100 milligrams in the evening might also help. Yeah, it's just a broad spectrum antibiotic. Again, depending on the country where you live in and how available that is, you might be able to use it or might not be able to use it. It really improves skin quality, texture. I'm not really sure. If you run it for 2 weeks, this recommended dose, you'll see that your skin texture changes and improves. And whether that's an effect of the doxycycline itself, or that it's because it's killing all the bacteria on top of your skin, I'm completely unaware and unsure of what the direct measurement is. But I've noticed with myself, I run once a year for about 2 weeks, 100 milligrams in the morning, 100 milligrams in the evening, and it clears up my skin. It's usually around the time I did cruise. So I did it right now at the end of my blast. 2 weeks of doxycycline clears up my skin. I still have a little bit of pimple, but, my diet isn't 100% on point right now. So, that contributes as well. Brings me to another point, diet. Acne has to form from something. Yeah? So bacteria can aggravate acne, but it's usually already formed. So let's say you have acne and the bacteria turn into cystic acne. Okay, we have a problem. You can kill the bacteria. You'll still have acne, but it'll be less severe. So to remove the acne completely, ideally you remove dairy products from your diet. And lactose is usually one of the culprits. So cheese doesn't have lactose, or a very minute amount, but it can still cause acne. Whether that's from the fat or some of the protein that doesn't digest well, the casein proteins that are found in cheese. You'll see it with whey protein, milk, low-fat milk, especially because you have a lot of lactose in there. Some cheeses. And the funny thing is with yogurt, because it has, like a Yolita or Yakult or whatever, does have the lactobacillus, primobolan. Some of these words are too hard to pronounce. The bacteria that eat lactose are found in yogurt. Yeah? So they pre-digest the lactose for you, turning into simple sugar molecules. And you'll see that when you eat yogurt, you don't have any, dairy-related acne, even though it's a dairy product. So that would be my only recommended dairy product that people can actually consume. Make sure it has, live probiotic cultures in there, not one of those processed yogurts that's highly pasteurized, and then they throw high fructose corn syrup and chunks of whatever, this is the food industry. They throw chunks of coconut and then say it's, peach, something like that. But put so much artificial flavorings in there that you actually think that the coconut pieces are peach pieces. So stay away from those. Just get the live probiotic yogurts. Yeah, those actually contribute to digestion and don't really cause acne. Then, a couple things you can try. Vitamin B5, and pretty high dosages. So first you have to reduce the sebum production. You can do that by oxidizing some fatty acids in the bloodstream, and vitamin B5 does that. Yeah, so that's pantotonic acid, and we're talking about dosages between 5 to 20 grams per day. It's very high dosages, I know, but you're only doing it as a loading phase to reduce the acne. Once the acne is reduced, you can probably bring the dose back down to 3,000 to 5,000 milligrams of vitamin B5, and that should be enough to prevent any additional acne formation. If that's not strong enough, when you run such a high dose of vitamin B5, make sure you run a B complex, because B vitamins all use the same transporters and the same detoxification process. So when your B5 goes sky high and your other B vitamins are this low, they're going to be severely reduced. So make sure you get a B100 complex in your supplement stack alongside your mega dosing, pantotonic acid for acne reduction. When that doesn't work, you're probably looking at accutane. And a low dose of 10 milligrams 3 times a week is usually enough. That's what I'm using, because even if I restrict dairy products, even if I restrict, any sort of processed food, even if I do this for a month, because I'm in a third world country showering in non-drinkable water, and I change my pill sheets every 3 days, which is probably too long, but fluoxymesterone. How much laundry do you want to do? I still get a little bit of acne, So I use accutane, 10 milligrams 3 times a week. Yeah, your liver enzymes will go up a little bit. You'll notice that your mood and sex drive is reduced by about this much, which you won't notice while you're using it. But when you come off it, you'll notice that, why is my mood so great? And why is my sex drive improved? So keep that in consideration. And then the last thing you can probably try is evening primrose oil, which is it's an omega-6 fat, which helps a little bit with skin quality and texture. I'm not running that right now, so that could explain why I have a few pimples here and there and on my scalp. Haven't used it for a while, over 4 months, and then I noticed that my acne was coming back a little bit. So now I ordered it again, and I'll add that to my my supplement stack very, very soon, and hopefully that will reduce my acne, which is minuscule. It's definitely not comparable to cystic acne. But I noticed that when I was running it, my skin was pretty good, like a nice glowing texture, clean, no acne, and just looking healthy, and to the point women are asking, what are you doing for your skin, Steve? Well, it's some accutane, some of that was probably primrose oil, and, staying away from dairy products and eating, food sources that are high on omega-3 fats, fish, salmon, chia seeds, flax seeds, that kind of stuff. I think that pretty much covers it. Yeah, I think it pretty much covers it. Trim your hair off. Use some antimicrobial cream on your head. Or use doxycycline, vitamin B5, high dosages, primrose oil. Stay away from dairy products or processed foods, containing large amounts of sugar. Staying away from anything that could feed the acne, the sebum production. And the last resort is accutane. It works. It works. But try everything else first before you resort to accutane, okay? So, I hope that helps. I hope that answers your question. If anybody else has a question about acne or, diet, skin texture, that kind of stuff, I got details about that in the group. You can find the details on how to join right below. Coaching and consultations is also available. Send me an email or direct message with business in your header so I know that you want to get to work, and I can get back to you as soon as possible because I get flooded with DMs and emails every day, unfortunately. So make sure you put business in there so I can get back to you right away. And for everybody else, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.